What's up, everybody? It's Daryl. Hope everybody's doing good out there. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Out of the Shadows review. Now, I know I've been a little behind. Got some school things going on. Trying to finish up the year. Trying to finish up the year strong. Got to get through it. But like with this film, I'm just gonna say that I didn't go into this movie as a 28-year-old male. I went into this movie with lower expectations. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as the first one, which I did enjoy. Like I said, if you're just going in there with lower expectations, I went in there as if I was a 8, 9, 10-year-old kid, and I enjoyed it. Now, is it going to win an Oscar? No, it's not. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to just give me what I need. Just give me what I need, damn it. Just give me what I need. That's all I need. I need some jokes. I need some brotherly talk. I need some action. We'll get to some of that stuff in a minute. But obviously, the best part about the film is still the turtles. My favorite part of the scene in the first film was that little 50-second scene in the elevator. That could have been the entire movie, and I'd have been perfectly fine with it. As you can see, I got my notes here that I wanted to run down. Just the aspect of some of the brothers wanting to be human versus being what you really are, which is a turtle. If you were born a turtle, you can't be a human. Obviously, the humans were able to deter that. And actually surprising for me was the origin of Bebop and Rocksteady. I like how Baxter Stockman explained that inside everyone there is an animal gene, which is all different, and once activated, it brings you back to your dominant gene, which was ultimately for Bebop and Rocksteady, a rhinoceros and a warhog. So I did really enjoy those. As to just, in the cartoon, just kind of bringing into animals that they were able to catch at the zoo. So I was perfectly fine with the intro to, or not the intro, but the transformation of Bebop and Rocksteady. They actually, for me, they were very entertaining characters that I did like to see on screen. You can tell that they were best friends. Even though the things that they were doing were bad, they're best friends. They're always giggling. They're helping each other out, and I really do enjoy that aspect of Bebop and Rocksteady in the film. For me, the next thing was the chase scenes. I really did love the chase scenes. They had the one that was on the highway, and then we also went to Brazil, and then we also did the main scene at the fight in New York. Now, like I said, with very little, I can see how a lot of people may be turned off because there's very little hand-to-hand combat in this movie, as proposed to the last one. I mean, it was, but at the same time, it was still fun to see that. It's still fun to see those car chases, to see, the turtle van and them able to shoot the manhole covers. That part I still think was very fun. They say, now, do think in mind this movie is for kids, it's not for me. So obviously I want to see someone get punched in the face, but I can live with some of the stunts that I've seen in the movie. And like I said, and then the last one for me, the only human that I actually cared about in this movie was Tyler Perry's Baxter Stockman. I think that he played that role very well. Considering the fact that it was kind of small, but he still, being the actor that he is, he was able to transform Baxter Stockman into a real character that we know that we'll end up seeing again. Will he actually get mutated as a fly? We don't know that, but I think that he's not done being in this franchise, so I think that's very cool for him. Like I said, with some good, you always get some bad. Like I said, I brought it up, for me, very little hand-to-hand fighting. I didn't, it is what it is. Sometimes it's better to do the chase scenes than actual fight scenes. You never know when you're pleasing kids. But the biggest, I would have to say, for me is, looking on my notes here, is Splinter and Shredder's roles. Considering how big their roles were in the first one, Shredder was just a villain in the back. I mean, he was barely the villain in this one. He, for God's sakes, he never actually even threw a punch. He gets captured by Krang, and they do a plan, and then he gets captured by Krang. So I thought that they didn't use him very well. And when you have Splinter, and as you can see, is obviously the strongest member of this team, even though people say Leonardo's the leader, but excuse me, Splinter is the leader. So when you're going with the leader, why wouldn't you take him out with you? Considering how he whooped Shredder's ass in the first one, Shredder just got a lucky punch on him, So when it comes to that, we'll see. Krang, I thought Krang and the Technodrome. Nobody's in the house when I did that. So, but those parts I actually did enjoy. Like I said, when it comes to this film, watching it as a kid versus a grown man, just to see these things on screen for the first time is what outweighed the bad for me. Now I understand maybe not so much, maybe not so happy in the box office. We'll see how that transfers later to DVD sales, Blu-ray sales, to see if we'll get a sequel. But seeing Bebop and Rocksteady on the screen for the first time, seeing Krang on the screen for the first time, the Technodrome on the screen for the first time, I am okay with what we got. I mean, obviously it could have been better, but every movie could have been worse too. But just seeing those for the first time really did bring out the Saturday morning kid and me, sitting down watching cereal. So that part was just fantastic for me. We do need a little help with some of the human sides, or they need to start taking them away. Ultimately, like, I do love Stephen Amell in Arrow. I just didn't think he was the right role for this kind of Casey Jones that they want. If they were leaning towards the one we had in the beginning, or maybe more where he's more a little Arrow-ish, then yes. But I think Stephen Amell did the best he could with the script he was given. What he was told to do, I think he performed that well. It just didn't show on screen because he wasn't playing the right character to begin with. So on my scale from 1 to 10, I will probably give this a 6. Just because, like I said, it's the first time I'm seeing these characters, and Bebop and Rocksteady really helped save that. Obviously, the Turtles, I can live without, Vern, and I can live without Megan Fox, but the Turtles and Bebop and Rocksteady saved this film for me. So, like I said, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. My next film I'm going to do Warcraft. I'm just going to watch Warcraft. Never played a game in my life. Didn't go watch with any nerds or Warcraft people, or what you call them, wows. I'm just watching it as a summer blockbuster film. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that one. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button to Nerdcore Movement and Daryl Smith. Just at DAROLSMITH. Feel free to hit me up anytime. What was your favorite parts of the movies? What you liked, what you didn't like, and then we'll keep going on to the next film. So we got a lot of movies coming up this week. I got a lot of catching up to do with you guys, but now that I'm done with school, it's time to start hitting it. Until next time, guys, peace.